I'll never forget the day I walked into Pinnacle Enterprises with my mop and bucket, just another morning in my navy blue uniform. My name's Emma, 48 years old, and for 15 years I'd been the cleaning lady at one of the most prestigious tech firms in the city. Every morning I'd arrive before sunrise and leave after sunset, ensuring every corner of those opulent offices was spotless. Little did everyone know, I was also the majority shareholder of the company, a secret I had kept close to my chest as I meticulously planned the moment I would step out of the shadows. The journey began when I was hired as a cleaner at Pinnacle Enterprises. It was a job I desperately needed at a tumultuous time in my life, having been laid off from my previous job and overwhelmed by mounting bills and a mortgage I could barely afford. The pay was meager, but it was a start. Over the years, I saved every penny I could, and through a stroke of luck and some wise investments, I quietly began buying up shares of the company's stock. I watched from the sidelines, keeping my head down, cleaning floors while I silently climbed the ranks of shareholders. During those years, I saw everything. I witnessed backdoor dealings, unethical business practices, and a general disregard for the very employees who kept the company's gears turning. The CEO, Victor Lang, was a charming man in the public eye but a ruthless leader behind closed doors. He was the type who thought little of the cleaners, the administrative staff, or anyone he deemed below his executive circle. One particular morning changed everything. It was the day after the company announced another round of layoffs, a decision spearheaded by Victor to allegedly cut costs and increase shareholder value. I overheard him in his office, boasting over the phone about how he had managed to increase his year-end bonus through these layoffs. The injustice of his actions filled me with a resolute anger. I reached out to Tom, an old friend who had become a lawyer. Over coffee, I shared my secret with him, along with my plan to finally make a stand. Tom was astounded, not only by my ownership stake, but also by my determination to change the company's direction. Together, we devised a plan to gather concrete evidence against Victor and his unethical practices. The opportunity came during the annual shareholders' meeting. As usual, I was invisible in my uniform, mopping the floors outside the conference room as the company's elite gathered inside. Once I had made sure every shareholder, including myself, was present, I discarded my mop, straightened my uniform, and walked into the room. The room fell silent as I took my place at the front. Victor's face was a mask of confusion and condescension as he asked if there was something I needed. "Only to take over the meeting," I replied, my voice steady. The confusion turned to laughter until I presented the proxy statements, and my lawyer stood to confirm my identity and majority stake. I revealed everything. The unethical layoffs, the manipulated bonuses, and the fraudulent activities, all supported by undeniable evidence. Victor tried to deny it, but the facts were irrefutable. I concluded by calling for a vote, and it was unanimous. Victor was out. I was now the acting CEO of Pinnacle Enterprises. The news made headlines. The cleaning lady who owned the company. It was sensational, yet it was the profound changes within Pinnacle that truly made the story. Under my leadership, we revised our ethical guidelines and business strategies. We valued every employee, from executives to janitors, and created an environment where everyone could feel secure and respected. The company thrived, not just financially but as a community. Victor tried to undermine my efforts, spreading rumors and attempting to rally board members against me. However, his attempts were futile. The company's culture had shifted. People had seen a better way of doing things, and they were not willing to go back. Years later, as I sat in the same office once occupied by Victor, I looked out over the city skyline. My journey from a cleaner to CEO was not just a personal victory. It was a beacon of hope for anyone who felt overlooked or undervalued. My story was not just about revenge, it was about justice, about righting wrongs, and about showing that sometimes the underdog ends up on top. As I put down my coffee and prepared for another day, I smiled, knowing that every floor I cleaned, every shareholder meeting I watched from the sidelines, had led me to this moment. I wasn't just cleaning up a company. I was cleaning up an industry and perhaps, just maybe, setting an example for how businesses should be run, with integrity, respect, and a deep appreciation for every individual who contributes to its success.